Developing now, more news tying Jeffrey Epstein
with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
So around the investigation into the death of Jeffrey Epstein.
As stated, viewer discretion is advised. This video won't be going into detail about Jeffrey Epstein's heinous acts of abusing minors, the conspiracy behind his death, but revealing his massive amount of wealth, power, and connections he used to continue his acts and get away with it. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Part 1. Mysterious Beginnings. The origin of Jeffrey Epstein is that he was born into a lower middle-class family. He was intelligent and had a genius when it came to math. He grew up to be a mathematics and physics professor at Dalton School, a private institution known for having children with wealthy parents. One of the parents recruited Jeffrey Epstein, and that started his career in finance. Epstein began working for Bear Stearns investment firm. He had success and then began his own investment firm. The name of the company was J. Epstein & Co., a firm that handled assets of their clients, but most, if not all, the clients were multimillionaires or billionaires. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Part 2. Power and Discretion. When Epstein grew his empire, he began to purchase large properties like his house in Manhattan, New York, a ranch in New Mexico, a mansion in Florida, and an apartment in Paris and a Caribbean island. By the way, he had all these properties laced with cameras, much of the footage which consists of wealthy, powerful, and famous politicians and celebrities partying and most likely partaking in illicit activities. Before Epstein's Palm Beach mansion was raided, he was tipped off. He had taken most of the hard drives. Where these hard drives are located is unknown. 3 individuals were close with Epstein. The most famous people close to Epstein were U.S. President Donald Trump, U.S. President Bill Clinton, and Prince Andrew. There is video evidence and photos of these 3 men spending time with Epstein. At the same time, Epstein's flight logs had names of other celebrities and politicians like Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein, Chris Tucker, Bill Gates, Naomi Campbell, Alan Dershowitz, and more U.S. senators, Hollywood actors and actresses, and models. It is unbelievable that none of them were ever taken to court, and some notably denied they were close to Epstein.
Any comments on the alleged allegation of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful. I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy. Very proud of the work of the foundation. That's what I get up every day and focus on.
Palm Beach knew him. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
The jet's name was Loyola Express. It was a Boeing 747. The flight logs are available to the public.
Epstein's wealth was so vast, the fact that he had this fleet of planes. We've heard a lot about the Lolita Express. What happened on the Lolita Express?
Everything that happened on the Lolita Express and his other planes was the same thing that happened in his bedrooms and the massage rooms, on the beach, wherever we were. The abuse did not stop because we're in the air.
Jeffrey Epstein used his connections to gain more power and wealth. If someone went against him, he would brutally fight back. There was a story of Bill Gates being taken advantage of Epstein. A young lady who was a bridge player was planning on creating an online business that would teach people to play bridge. She was introduced to Bill Gates, and Bill Gates introduced her to Jeffrey Epstein. Then, when Epstein wanted Bill Gates to fund one of his ventures, Bill apparently denied the request, which led to Epstein using the affair between Bill Gates and 20-something-year-old as leverage to force Bill Gates to fund his venture. No matter how true the story is, it provides an insight into the power and actions of Jeffrey Epstein. The so-called dangerous sociopath would do whatever he wanted to get whatever he wanted. Part 3. Arrested and non-existent. On July 6, 2019, Epstein was arrested in the Teterboro airport. Later, he was charged and denied bail, but taken to a prison cell. On July 24, 2019. August 10, 2019, he was found dead. The FBI released a statement stating,
On setting, August 10, 2019, at approximately 6:30 a.m., inmate Jeffrey Edward Epstein was found unresponsive in his cell in the Special Housing Unit from an apparent suicide at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York, New York. Life-saving measures were initiated immediately by responding staff. Staff requested emergency medical services and life-saving efforts continued. Mr. Epstein was transported by EMS to a local hospital for treatment of life-threatening injuries and subsequently pronounced dead by hospital staff. The FBI is investigating the incident.
Epstein's brother, Mark Epstein, had the body examined by a friend/doctor, who found that the injuries looked less like suicide and more like homicidal strangulation. There are also conspiracy theories that the suicide was a cover-up, and he is still alive, living in secret. Whether he was killed, committed suicide, or still alive, a fact that needs to be looked at twice is that according to his will, signed 2 days before his death, revealed that his net worth was $577,672,654. The so-called billionaire, who people might have thought was worth billions, had a net worth of less than $600 million. A lot of money, but not billionaire status. When his Palm Beach mansion in Florida and New York mansion in Manhattan was raided, the strangest objects were found. A collection of prosthetic eyes in a bathroom was a pair of prosthetic breasts, a female doll on a chandelier, and a chessboard with pieces modeled after his staff. It gets weirder. 2 paintings from the same artist were discovered. One was called War Games, featuring President Bush sitting down with paper planes and fallen Jenga towers on the ground. Another painting featured President Clinton in a blue dress pointing to the viewer. The artist of these paintings, Patrina Ryan Clyde, never knew that her paintings landed up in Epstein's mansions. When you give a dangerous sociopath power and money, you get mansions full of bizarre objects and artwork. It makes sense when you think about it. The island activities that took place on the property is still talked about today.
I think Epstein and Clinton were friends or something?
Crazy story.
He had a wild ride.
That there's a good compromise.
Blackmailing everybody.
Yeah. You're telling me there's a place where they bring elites to compromise them with underage girls and they film them. Really?
Next time there will be a video about the largest heist in US history, where 2 criminals stole artwork worth millions of dollars and were never found. The stolen artwork valued around $200 million. Okay, so you have to subscribe now to be notified when that video is published. Between now and the time of the release of that video, just follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more history content during the week, and please like this video if you really liked it. Thank you for watching.